Alrighty, everyone. So I just did my Echo unboxing and review, and that is obviously uploading right now. So while it's uploading, I thought I'd do my What If Season 2 review. So for some reason, we didn't get any pops with What If Season 2, or they haven't released yet if they are going to release. So I don't have any pops to unbox for What If Season 2. So yeah, we're just going to do a review of it, I guess. So, overall, I think this show was was pretty mediocre. So, I think first we'll get into what I liked because there's a lot to talk about with the issues I have with this series with What If Season 2. So, I I do like a lot of the ideas that they had. I think the Hela episode was awesome. I like the Kahori episode. Nebula joining the Nova Corps was really cool. A lot of the ideas, obviously, like Tony Stark going to Sakaar and participating in, all the Grandmasters things. I really think that a lot of the episode ideas were awesome. And I do think that the voice acting was awesome. Obviously, the action was pretty good. The animation looked great. There really was a lot to like. And incorporating Shang-Chi lore into What If, because we haven't gotten, like, any Shang-Chi references at all since his movie came out in 2021. And just seeing the Ten Rings back and playing a role in something was awesome. The voice, obviously getting most of the original actors to voice their characters too is never a bad thing. And I do like the different eras that they explored. They did definitely, the first season didn't really explore different time eras, but this had 1602, had, all different sorts of time periods to explore, which is something, like I said, the first season wasn't really particularly good at. But, yeah. So, overall, though, I don't really have that much praise for this series because I have a lot of issues. So my first issue is obviously the complete overuse of Captain Carter. This is supposed to be What If. It's not. I don't think a show called What If should really be focusing on one character. I mean, I guess you can have, I guess she's the face of What If, but I don't think What If should have a face. I think that it should be all sorts of diverse characters and different things. And I mean, the last 3 or 4 episodes were dedicated to Captain Carter. I think it was the last 3. She was just way too much. She was way too prominent in this series for me. And also, the series felt very disconnected. Like in the last episode of the first season, that all the Guardians of the Multiverse came together to fight Infinity Ultron. But at the end of season 2, it's just Kahori and Doctor Strange. I mean, Captain Carter fighting the evil Doctor Strange, which I'll get into in a sec. So it's like, where's Nebula? Where's, Tony Stark? Where's, anyone else that was in the show? Where's Happy Hogan? Hulk Happy Hogan? Oh, actually, finally getting Sam Rockwell back as Justin Hammer. Yes! Freaking loved Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer in Iron Man 2. And we finally got him back. Although his dialogue was really weird and cringy. But, it's fine. But anyway, yeah, it was just, what happened to everyone else at the finale? You're telling me you're only going to get 2 people to take down Supreme Strange? Really? You're not going to bring in anyone else that you introduced in the series? It's just really strange. Again, Kahori is a cool character, and I liked her origin story. And I like the fact that we got an origin story in What If, showing that, you don't have to have an entire movie or Disney Plus series to introduce a good character. It could just be a 35-minute What If episode. But just the fact that no one else was brought in, it was just felt so disconnected. It just was so weird. And also, why was Doctor Strange the villain? Like, I thought we got past him wanting Christine back in season 1, and now he's, like, capturing universe killers to get enough power to bring her world back because he's still obsessed with it. But, like, wasn't the whole point of that episode showing that, like, he couldn't undo death and, like, that he just needed to accept that Christine was gone? But they just went back to that plot point for no reason. And it was just so out of the blue, too. It wasn't like there was any build-up or anything. There was an entire episode dedicated to Infinity Ultron gaining his powers before the finale of season 1. But he's just brought in and is just the villain for some reason. Didn't learn his lesson the first time, I guess. I guess destroying an entire universe isn't enough to make you learn a lesson. It was just so confusing. I was just, what was going on? Just like, what? Why is Doctor Strange or Supreme Strange the bad guy again? I don't know, it just didn't make sense. And then, like, the world is brought back. Christine's world is brought back, but he's gone. So what was the whole point of, like, episodes, I think it was 7, of the last show, or whatever episode Doctor Strange was in season 1? What was the whole point of that episode if just, oh, the Earth's just brought back now? It's like, oh, it's just he's not a part of it anymore. What? I don't know. It just didn't make sense to me having Supreme Strange as the villain. And again, this is the guy who helped defeat Infinity Ultron. You think that there would need to be more than 2 people to defeat him, but nope. No, Kahori and Captain Carter, they got it. They got the job done. Just them 2 against one of the most powerful beings in the entire multiverse. What? You introduced all these good characters throughout the show, but you don't bring them back for the finale? Like, what was the Watcher doing, too? Again, the Watcher as well. It's like, oh, I'm not going to intervene this time. You did it in the last show, in the last season. Why couldn't you have intervened again? What made you change your mind? If you've done it once, there's no reason you wouldn't do it before. I guess he saw the future and saw that they didn't need his help. I guess. I don't know. It was just so weird. What If Season 2 was just very strange. It was very mediocre. At least the ending. I would give it a 5 out of 10. Is probably my final ranking of it. Because it was just so strange. No pun intended, but just, it was really weird. And just, I don't know. It was just disconnected and just, there were some creative decisions that just didn't make sense to me. But, yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of What If Season 2. Hopefully Season 3 will rebound and get back to the level that Season 1 had. But, yeah, let me know y'all's thoughts on What If Season 2. And I will see you later. Peace out.